do this. Hey everybody, good to see you all. Now, congratulations. This is my first review in, ever actually. Now, I believe you all don't know who I am, so for a quick introduction. Name's Damon Walkers, but you can call me the hero of reviews, because I make reviews and shorts and play, yeah. But anyway, today I got a very special video for you guys today, and hold on. Sorry, eyes. Anyway, today I'll be reviewing my first ever review, Squid Noir from SpongeBob. Now, I know what you all are thinking, dude, why are you doing Squid Noir for your first real review? Well, I want to do this my way, so this is what I'm doing. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard of Squid Noir and what it's about. But for those of you who haven't, this is what I'm here for. Now, without further ado, how do we begin? Now, what should I talk about first? The awesome animation, the cool voice acting, or just Squidward in general? Well, since I'm wearing his hat, might as well go over step by step. We open on a scene with the Krusty Krab. Squidward's playing his clarinet, with the usual, and just like the narrator once said in an episode where Squidward went back in time, get your earplugs ready because it's not going to be good. And I think the customers already get it because this guy is literally using his own eyeballs to plug up his ears, which is pretty gross if you ask me. Though I did chuckle a little bit. Anyway, as we continue, we see Mr. Krabs, doing what he expected him to do, yell at Squidward like a big crustacean he is, and to basically tell him to get out with the music. And honestly, I gotta talk about this scene right here because, honestly, Mr. Krabs he's a character who, he's greedy, but you do know he has a point. I mean, if the guy doesn't get his money, he'll do anything to get it. Even a lot of those things that shouldn't be on a kid's show. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Then we see Squidward go out the Krusty Krab, and Mr. Krabs says, pretty much, basically telling him that his music is bad. After this, we get the scene where he goes to the comic book shop. And what I really like about this beginning is that it shows us the location he's going to go to in the rest of the episode. But I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, we then see him in Bubble Bass, where those two are not the best relationship because one time he threw Squidward off screen, and I literally mean off screen. But anyway, we see Bubble Bass with the action figure of Suburban Dad, or whatever it's called. And we see him showing it off to his friends. But Squidward with his bad clarinet playing, okay, I'm going to stop saying it's bad because even I'm sounding offensive right now. But anyway, he makes him drop the doll, and this is one of my favorite scenes in the whole episode. Anyway, after that, he basically jumps off screen and then slams his ginormous butt down on Squidward. That is insane! Like, how did he even do that? But anyway, then we hear a line that says that he says that I've been quoting to this day. Soda. Anyway, after that, he goes back home literally rolling, and I do mean literally, as he tries to play his clarinet again. But this time, Patrick's outside playing What's Rocks, being his usual childish self. And then he does this. Basically pinning his head on the wall. Literally and figuratively. After that, Squidward basically does what he expects him to do. Sets clarinet down in this really nice scenery decorated area so they both can take a nap for their pre-performance nap and stuff. And then we get to where the real action starts. As Squidward discovers shock. With the loss of his clarinet, everything fades to black and white. Like I'm doing right now. As everything fades to black and white, we get to the real things of the episode. Now, for me, this is where the real fun of the episode starts. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I really love noir-styled films. I like how they all just gritty. And coming from my favorite girl, Anne, from Amphibia, nobody wins in the end. That's what I like about it. And just the overall aesthetic of the episode is phenomenal. Calm down. It's getting too excited there. Anyway, as we continue the episode, we get to the part where Squidward gets real gritty and dangerous. As it goes to SpongeBob, and SpongeBob, being his usual cheery, happy self, tells him this. It constantly made me laugh out loud the first time I saw it, but that's just his usual weird self. That's why I love you, buddy. Anyway, SpongeBob basically asks Squidward if he can join his crew. Squidward refuses at first, but he eventually catches on and just decides to play good cop, bad cop with him. Well, technically a SpongeBob telling good cop, bad cop, but still. And I really like this quarter gag with SpongeBob. Like, no matter how many times it flips it up in the air, it never lands. And it's just making fun of always old school noir style films where the guy just flips a quarter and, yeah, he just flips a quarter. Anyway, I wish I had a quarter right now, but never mind. Anyway, they then drive to the Krusty Krab, and we get this really nice narration gag between the two. Yeah, I was like how SpongeBob just interrupts whatever Squidward is just saying, even in the narration. And he continues to do this. Well, not technically, but still, it's still funny. After they arrive at the Krusty Krab, and SpongeBob loses his quarter again, we get probably one of the best interrogation scenes in this entire series, rivaling that of Crab Board. As the two investigate Mr. Krabs, the two basically go back and forth for good cop, bad cop, or good cop, as SpongeBob puts it. And they both try to coax him into telling him where Squidward's clarinet is, but it doesn't go pretty well. As the two get making him prettier and prettier, even giving him long hair. It's pretty gross if you ask me. Let me take a look at this. Indeed. Anyway, as they continue with their investigation, Mr. Krabs has just had it with them, and basically he just tells them off. And then Squidward just goes full noir. Basically, Mr. Krabs tells him he doesn't know where it is, and then they just leave. But anyway, after that, the two basically go to the comic book store where Squidward went earlier. But this time, this is where the episode just gets silly. As they go to the comic book store, Melville Bass and his friends are playing like a watered-down version of D&D with the fire-breathing dad and stuff, and that really made me chuckle. But as they kick down the door with Squidward holding his leg and penguin in, obviously, because that obviously should hurt, we get probably one of the best comic action figure gags in this whole series. So get this. SpongeBob pulled out a Mermaid Man action figure out of his literal pants out of nowhere, and then the two literally they start moving, and then they start chasing the entire comic book store, just fighting and just trying to convince each other where the clarinet is. Till eventually they get to a stalemate, and it just like how Squidward just narrating throughout this whole thing, basically calling the whole thing childish. Until eventually SpongeBob's action figure drops Bubble Bath's action figure on the ground, mimicking what happened earlier. And honestly, let's give a rest in peace for Suburban Dad, because that man did not deserve it. Anyway, after that, they both leave, and I'm really sorry for your loss, Bubble Bass, but get over it, man. Just an action figure. Sorry to all my fans who like action figures. But anyway, after that, they go home, and Squidward basically tries to say there's only one person left as the suspects. And SpongeBob basically obvious. After interrogating Patrick, he basically tells them that the culprit must have been someone from Jellyfish Fields, because there's a lot of jelly around Squidward's clarinet. After that, they go to Jellyfish Fields, and Patrick joined the crew too for some reason, but he's also got a fedora, so I'll slide. As they go to Jellyfish Fields, they learn that the jellyfish took Squidward's clarinet because they like his music. I don't know why, they must have bad taste in music, but sorry. Anyway, as Squidward frees his clarinet, the color comes back to the screen, and I really like how the color just fades out from black and white to normal color. And I'll switch up my color too if that's what you like. Feels good to be back in black. Black History Month. Anyway, after that, we get possibly one of the best endings in the episode in general. As Squidward plays with the jellyfish, SpongeBob flips another quarter in the air, trying to figure out where the mystery of all his quarters went. And then 1,000 quarters just rained from the sky. Like, he didn't even have that many quarters, so where did they even come from? Yeah, just silliness. It's just SpongeBob. Then we get to the ending. We see this jellyfish-style club set in like the 80s and 70s style thing, and Squidward is the main attraction, playing his clarinet. And obviously SpongeBob is there because he wants to support his best friend, but I don't know why Mr. Krabs and Patrick are there. Don't know how they got in. Then we get possibly one of the best endings of the entire episode. And if you watched my reaction, I did the exact same thing. And basically, that's the whole episode. Just a really fun noir style thing. In my opinion, this is one of my best episodes of the series, and possibly it deserves my recognition if you ask me. And sorry if I've been cross-eyed the whole thing, I just keep getting confused about what I'm saying, but it's okay. Basically, I'm going to be making more reviews about the SpongeBob in the future, but I also intend to make on some special things. Oh, and also, I really like you guys, and I hope we get to stick around for a while. It's going to be a long road, but I do know this. The case has just started. And this is how this review ends. Review done, and I'll give the episode a 10 out of 10. Case closed. This episode is officially solved by Damon Walkers. Night, folks.